channel. My name is Olivia.
And I'm her sister Delphine.
And we are Sisters Inspiring Sisters. Today, as promised, we are going to end out Black History Month with a very popular African dish called jollof rice and chicken.
West African dish, Sister dear.
Yes, West African dish. My sister wants to make sure that we put on for the west side of Africa, and we will do them justice today. This rice dish is very popular amongst African countries. I think there's some controversy.
Yes, actually, it originated in Senegal, so they say. However, Ghana and Nigeria would beg to differ. So I can't wait to prepare this dish so that we can dig in and see what all the controversy is about. If they're fighting over who originated it, it must be really good, huh?
That's what I figured. That's what made us pick it out, because we saw they were fighting over it, honestly. So, yeah.
And hey, sis, don't forget to tell them how we cut the baking time in half.
Oh, yes. We did cut baking time in half with this one. I prepared my rice already in my pressure cooker. I own an Instant Pot. It's like my best friend in the kitchen, besides my sister. And the cooking time only is 12 minutes in the Instant Pot. So this recipe requires for up to an hour in the oven. Also, I'm going to cook the chicken a little bit more than it does require in the directions of the recipe, just because I won't have to spend so much time preparing the rice in the oven, okay? So stay tuned. I'm gonna go ahead and get into the details of how I prepared this delicious, spicy dish. Stay tuned. Okay, so here we have some of our basic ingredients for this dish. I did season my chicken 5 to 10 minutes prior to me preparing my veggies and stuff, okay? So here I have a heated skillet with cooking oil already in there. Yes, I am laying my chicken down with my bare hands and my long nails. Do not come for me, okay? I'm cooking from home. All right, but basically we're just gonna lay everybody in here. I used about 7 chicken thighs for this recipe, and we just wanna make room and squeeze all that chicken meat in there. Thick thighs save lives, right? Okay, so here you can see that I have flipped them over. I want them to get like a little bit of a golden brown complexion on them, just so they're nice and browned when I stick them into the skillet in the oven. Okay, we're gonna flip everybody over, make sure we've all got the same complexion. And oh, that looks so beautiful. I like that color. Okay, so here we're going to remove them from the heat. Like I stated at the beginning of the video, we are not going to cook the chicken all the way through. I do want to save a little bit of room for the chicken to cook in the oven, because we are going to cover it and bake it at the end of this, okay? So we're going to get all of our little chicken pieces and scraps out and make room for what's next. All right, so we're going to lay down a little bit more of the cooking oil, and we're going to add our 1 small onion to our skillet, and we're going to grab that 1 bell pepper and add that in there also. And from here, we're just going to saute our vegetable mixture here, okay? We don't want to make the vegetables too mushy, but I do want them to be a little translucent once we start adding the sauce to the mix, okay? So I'm just gonna stir that around. Here I'm gonna grab my jumbo chicken bouillon cube. And in the recipe, it does require that it's already crumbled. You'll see why here in a second, because this weak-ass spatula was almost not about to do the job. But luckily, the juices from the vegetable sauteing, it made it dissolve pretty easily here. So we're just gonna keep working that jumbo bouillon cube into our vegetable mixture. And I want to continue to stir it around until I no longer have any more of the chunks from the cube in there, okay? So we want it to kind of be a smooth consistency. That looks really, really good. All right. So here I'm going to add some more coriander for a little bit more flavor. Coriander has a very savory taste to it. It's like a spice, but not spicy, if that makes any sense. But I did add a little bit more to it just to kind of give it that smoky flavor, okay? So this is a serrano pepper. I know that the recipe requires for a Scotch bonnet pepper. I could not find one. The only bonnet pepper that I could find looked like it had been fighting all its life, okay? So we use a serrano pepper, had to improvise. So here we are going to add our tomato puree. This is going to be the last and final ingredient to create our tomato base for our rice. At this point, you can kind of do a taste test, make sure everything tastes good. If you want to add any additional seasonings, you can. I did, okay? And this is where my pressure cooker rice comes into play. I'm going to add those scoops of rice in there. All right. And the rice, it's pretty fluffy. It might be a little overwhelming, but once you start working the tomato mixture into the rice, you'll kind of see it kind of even out here. So I'm going to keep working that tomato base into my rice. I want to make sure I don't have any peaks of white coming through my rice. I want to make sure it's red and saturated with our red sauce here. So we're going to keep mixing, and like I said, get rid of the white rice, mix it all the way through. This looks so good and it looks so fresh and hot. I can't wait to try it. Okay, so now we're going to add that 1/2 cup of water to our pan. This water is going to trickle down to the bottom of the skillet, and it's going to create a steam effect inside of the skillet while I'm baking the dish. This is going to further cook the chicken for the next 30 minutes, okay? Because like I stated, I didn't cook the chicken all the way through. I did want to leave some room for it to cook inside of the oven. So I'm just going to kind of place this on top of our rice, make it look all nice and cute and stuff. Leave my pepper there in the center for garnishment. And then we're going to cover with foil and then place it in the oven on 350 degrees for 30 minutes. Okay, so now that we have everything thrown together in our skillet, we are going to cover her with some foil and put her in the oven on 350 for the next 30 minutes.
And she smells delicious.
It does smell really good.
Oh my goodness. I hope we do West Africa proud.
Yes, I do too.
Okay, stay tuned.
Okay, so we are back from our 350 degree hot girl summer. This jollof is ready. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness, it smells amazing.
It does. I see why they was scrapping, because I probably have to, you know, tell them I made this myself.
Well,
honey,
I hope we did West Africa proud.
yes, me too. All right, okay.
You ready to dig in?
I'm ready to dig in, been ready to dig in. Okay, I'm gonna get my favorite house spoon here and just go ahead and get some rice. Oh, look at that.
Oh my goodness.
Sister, this looks delicious.
This is definitely the perfect way to end Black History Month, so.
I'll say, oh my goodness. Can you ladies see that? Let me zoom in and let me just get a better, oh, right? Okay, let's taste it.
Okay, let's.
So, fork.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Fork. The chicken is very tender.
Indeed.
Okay.
Wait. All right,
Ready?
sis. Bon appetit.
Bon appetit. Girl.
We put our foot in this.
That was delicious. Like, ridiculously good. I see why they were fighting over who made it, because I would want to take all the credit for this, for originating
Most definitely.
Girl.
I like it. This rice.
And honestly, it's not even that spicy. We added a serrano pepper to it. It wasn't that spicy. At least not to me. I'm like a spice queen.
I like it spicy too. And this is doable. It really is. Oh my goodness.
Very, very good. Okay.
I think everyone would enjoy it.
I think that everybody would enjoy this too. My son would definitely eat this. I could serve this.
Mine too. Sir Picky.
Right? Sir Pick a lot. Girl. Talk about picky. My child is picky also. He would kill this, okay? And this is something that is very easy to prepare. And I feel like it's something that you can eat on a regular basis. I think that I will start incorporating this dish in my meals.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I do too. I like it.
I like it too.
Good job.
All right. Well, thank you. I think I did a great job. We did a great job.
Bam.
All right. So this concludes the end of Black History Month for us, and also the end of this Black History Month episode. But please like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for our next episode. We're gonna do something to break in the month of March with something tasty.
We haven't quite decided what we're gonna do yet, but stay tuned. I'm sure it'll be
delicious.
You know it.
All right. Well, stay inspiring your sisters out there, and stay tuned. Bye.
Bye-bye.